Have you ever picked up your phone to reply to one message and somehow ended up watching videos for an hour? Here's the strange part that wasn't a failure of willpower. It was your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do. Every notification, every swipe, every just one more reel taps into ancient reward systems that once helped humans survive. But today, they're being used to compete for your attention. Here's something even weirder: the companies behind your favorite apps have teams of psychologists, designers, and data scientists working to keep you scrolling for as long as possible. So if you've ever felt like your phone is winning, you're not imagining it. But today, we're changing the rules. Think of this video as a game with 5 levels. Each level is built on real neuroscience and psychology. Beat every level, and you'll walk away with a brain that's harder to distract and easier to focus. Ready? Let's press start. The reward loop. Most people say dopamine is the happiness chemical. That's actually a myth. Dopamine is more like your brain's "pay attention, this might be important" signal, and social media has become incredibly good at triggering it. Here's why. Imagine opening an app. You don't know if the next post will be boring or the funniest thing you've seen all week. That uncertainty is called a variable reward, and psychologists have known for decades that unpredictable rewards are incredibly powerful at keeping us coming back. It's the same principle used in slot machines. Every swipe feels like another chance to hit the jackpot. That's why stopping after one reel feels so difficult. The solution isn't stronger willpower. It's reducing the number of times your brain enters the reward loop in the first place. Mission complete: turn off unnecessary notifications and move distracting apps off your home screen. Fewer cues mean fewer cravings. Level cleared. Plus 100 XP. The attention trap. Here's a fact that surprised researchers: you don't even have to use your phone for it to affect your thinking. Studies have found that simply having your smartphone nearby can reduce the mental resources available for demanding tasks. And if you actually check it, things get even worse. Psychologists call this attention residue. When you switch from studying to your phone, part of your attention stays behind with whatever you just saw. Even after you put the phone down, your brain is still processing the conversation, the video, or the notification. That's why it takes several minutes to fully lock back into studying. The cost isn't those 10 seconds you spent checking your phone, it's the focus you lose afterward. Mission complete: during every study session, place your phone completely out of sight and work in focused 25-minute blocks. Protecting your attention is far more effective than constantly trying to rebuild it. Level cleared. Plus 200 XP. Beat the environment. Most people think productive students simply have stronger self-control. Research suggests something different. The people who consistently stick to good habits often don't rely on willpower as much as they rely on good environments. Behavioral scientists call this choice architecture. The idea that small changes in your surroundings can quietly influence your decisions. Think about it. If your phone is glowing beside your notebook, your brain doesn't have to make a decision. It automatically reaches for the easiest source of stimulation. But when the phone is in another room, the path to distraction suddenly becomes much harder. You're no longer fighting temptation every minute. You've removed it from the battlefield. Mission complete: keep only your study materials on your desk and leave your phone outside your study space whenever possible. Make focus the easiest option, not the hardest. Level cleared. Plus 300 XP. Rewrite the code. What if I told you that most of the time, you don't choose to check your phone? Your brain does it before you're even aware of the decision. According to habit researcher James Clear, every habit follows a loop cue: craving, response, reward. Your phone lights up. That's the cue. Curiosity kicks in. That's the craving. You unlock it. That's the response. Then your brain gets rewarded with something new. Every repetition strengthens this loop. Here's the exciting part. You don't have to erase the habit. You just need to replace the response. When you feel the urge to scroll, stand up, drink a glass of water, stretch for 30 seconds, or solve one practice question. At first it feels awkward, but your brain slowly starts linking the same cue to a healthier reward. You're not fighting your brain anymore. You're teaching it a better script. Mission complete: pick one replacement habit and repeat it every single time the urge appears. Level cleared. Plus 400 XP. Upgrade your stats. Imagine trying to defeat the final boss with almost no health bar. That's what studying feels like when you've slept 5 hours, skipped breakfast, and spent the first hour of your morning scrolling. Your brain's prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for focus, planning, and self-control, performs best when it's well rested. Sleep helps restore attention, exercise increases blood flow to the brain, and morning sunlight helps regulate your internal clock so you feel alert during the day. These aren't productivity hacks. They're biological upgrades, yet most people look for the perfect study app before fixing the basics. Mission complete for the next 7 days? Don't touch social media for the first 30 minutes after waking. Get some sunlight, move your body for a few minutes, and eat breakfast before you scroll. You're not just improving your routine. You're upgrading the player. Level cleared plus 500 XP. The infinite scroll. This is where almost everyone loses. Not because they're lazy, but because they rely on motivation. Motivation is unpredictable. Some days it's sky high. Other days it disappears without warning. That's why psychologists recommend creating implementation intentions, simple if-then plans that remove the need to make decisions in the moment. Instead of saying, "I'll try not to use my phone," tell yourself, "If I sit down to study, then my phone goes into another room until the timer ends." It sounds simple, but it changes everything. The decision has already been made before temptation even appears. Every successful player knows the secret isn't having more willpower. It's building better systems. When your system is strong, discipline becomes almost automatic. Mission complete. Write 3 clear phone rules you'll follow every day. The final boss doesn't disappear. You just become stronger than it. Game complete, plus 1000 XP. Congratulations, you've finished the tutorial.